Okay, it's been a long time since I've done a video on Genshin, so what we're going to be doing is I want to give you some thoughts about what would be a really cool idea to put in Genshin, and then we'll go into a team update, going through my Jean, Shogun, Kokomi, Xingqiu, Bennett, characters like that, and sort of the two teams I want to do for Spiral Abyss. But if you don't want to watch that, it'll be later on. I want to give you some of my thoughts first. So there's a lot of discussion. There's always just so many videos about, like, this is what Genshin needs to do. Genshin has to do this and this and that and the other. And, like, characters they need, and, like, when characters are letdowns, all that thing. I don't really agree with a lot of those takes. For example, Kokomi, I'm using them. I think they're great. But that's on the side. If I had to pick one thing that I would just be super hyped for them to put in the game, is a new character, a weaponless character. That's what I want to see in the game. I've been talking to some other people who also play, and they were like, yeah, like, we're kind of in agreement. That would be super cool to have. When you go through all the characters in the game, they have either, like, a weapon or your catalyst, which is still kind of like an item that gets held. What I'm talking about is like a brawler type. Picture like if anyone's played Sengoku Basara, picture like Ieyasu, who just uses their fists, or like Sakura from Naruto, who's just sort of like a punch 'em up kind of character. But you can still have an element attached to that, like, you know, your pyro, but just using fists. Like, I think that would be incredibly amazing. Obviously, abilities might be a little bit difficult to implement with those kind of characters, but I still think you could do it. Another idea that you could go down is just like having a visionless character. Now, that might just go against what they're trying to do with the game, but just have, and maybe they only want abilities in this universe to be tied to visions, but maybe have some other different design that isn't tied to visions. Like RMC doesn't have a vision, but you still have a lot of abilities. So it's not outside the realm of possibility. And especially since they seem to be bringing in characters from different sort of games and saying that they are otherworldly, like Aloy. Aloy is much like our main character in that they came from a different sort of alternate sort of universe. So it would kind of make sense for them not to have a vision. And I think getting more characters like that would be really cool. Those are kind of my thoughts, though. But I really want to drive home how cool a brawler would be. Like, I think that would be amazing. Especially, like, and my dream would be like a pyro brawler. Being able to, like, generate pyro just by punching the ground or something. Like, I think that would be amazing. Okay. But, that being said, let's go through a little bit of an update. First thing you'll see is I'm pretty satisfied with where my Raiden Shogun is. Friendship 8 will eventually get to 10. Mastery 162. Let's just go into details here. So, I'm not a master of stats or anything. I have a general idea. I haven't focused on crit or crit damage or anything like that. I've mainly focused on the energy recharge at 281.3. That's like the consensus I was getting from the community. Focus on energy recharge, I did. Maybe my artifacts aren't fantastic, but that's kind of the direction I wanted to go in. I guess I'll show you the artifacts now. Obviously, I've got the catch R5 level 90. That's all the way. Base 510 and 45.9%. Now, yeah, so there are still improvements I can make as far as artifacts go. That is my flower, crit rate, recharge, mastery. I think there were some HP rolls, so it's not fantastic, but still think it's pretty good. I could have got a bit better on this, though. And I am running a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. This got some pretty good rolls on recharge, but unfortunately there's also HP and defense. So it might be something I want to try and improve down the line. That is my off piece. So as soon as I get something here that's energy recharge, I'll consider switching it up, but that's not very good. The reason I'm only using the 4 stars, I haven't got a 5 star that's better yet, especially since I have attack percent, mastery, flat attack, and recharge. So that's obviously an improvement to make. It'll definitely up the recharge. You'll look at it close to like 300%. Because like the difference between a 4 star at 38, it'll go up by like 8%. So maybe it'll get close, but it won't quite get there. Yeah, better rolls as well might even get me to 300. Anyway, this is my attack goblet. I don't have electro damage. Again, it's starting to get a little bit subpar. I'm now like being more sort of critical about it. Yeah, I kind of need an electro damage bonus goblet, but attack is okay for now. And the reason why I want to use it is I got a really good, I got really lucky on the energy recharge. So obviously, if I can get a electro damage, get just as lucky on energy recharge, maybe get some better substats, maybe like crit and crit damage, that would be nutty. But haven't gotten that lucky yet. Another attack percentage here, energy recharge, HP, defense, attack. So definitely improvements to be made, but it still functions really well, even though the artifacts aren't perfect. We have the catch. I've just gotten 6 across the board. I can go higher, but I might just want to like farm a little bit more of these first and just see, because right now I can go almost to 10. I think you need the crown to go to 10, but I can almost get there. But right now I'm functional, as it stands, just 6 across the board. And kind of a reason why I'm hesitating is like I don't want to make things too easy. And I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I think Enviosity also talked about this. Like not wanting to get like constellations, because getting too many constellations might make the game just too easy. And like you'll see a lot of the whales and people complain like, oh, I just go through the spiral abyss and like this end game content is super easy and like not really a challenge and I'm getting really bored. Like that's a common take that the people who've been playing a lot have. And so not going all out and maintaining a little bit more difficulty and like capping your characters can cause you to innovate a little bit more. That's kind of a perspective to have, and it's kind of where I'm leaning toward. So I can easily get to 6, but I might hesitate going higher. Or I might never crown my characters. That might be how I go about it, but we'll see. Now Kokomi, similarly, 6 across the board. Friendship, not that high. Friendship, not as high. I just like to get rid of those notifications. Currently 70. I have one more ascension to do. I'm quite a ways off getting the pearls though. I'm slowly getting there on these. Although I need... I'm working on Kokomi and Xingqiu at the moment. So they're kind of competing for the Lazarite gemstones. So that'll take a while to do as well. But I'm already down on a Spectral Nucleus. Those things are such a pain in the ass to take out, but I farmed all that I need to on that front. So I didn't get like their best in slot like 5-star weapon. I understand that there are a lot of better things, but I decided to go Prototype Amber. It's base attack and HP, and it's something that I can forge with. Whenever I get Catalyst Billets, I can eventually get this to R5 as well. So that's kind of why I went for that. It's level 90. We already got there. This is 2-piece hard depth, 2-piece millilith is what was recommended to me. I think this flower is okay because I got some recharge and a decent HP roll as well. So that's pretty good. And that's the millilith. This is Heart of Depth. That was millilith, wasn't it? No, that's Heart of Depth. And so is this. Again, I got a really good roll on recharge, and there's also a HP investment, so this was really good. I think I got a roll on defense as well, but it's not that big of a deal. HP time dial, recharge. Yeah, this wasn't fantastic. I think I got some attack rolls, and I think they were quite low. Like this stat distribution isn't very good at all. So that could be something I improve down the line, but it's okay for now. I went for a HP goblet. I just decided to go like HP across the board. I understand that Hydro damage bonus is probably better, but again, when I get an insane roll on the energy recharge like I did, I just like, I really want to use it. So that's what I'm rocking out with right now. And HP Helm. This stat distribution also not fantastic. Definitely pretty easy to improve on down the line. That was attack percentage though. Like, the one thing I noticed when I started pulling for the Millerless set was that I started getting some insane artifacts that just weren't suited to what I was trying to go for. Like, I would get great primary stat artifacts with like energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage, and I got like so many of those when it wasn't really what I was aiming for. It's kind of ironic, and I think that's because they run contrary to what you're trying to do with a set. So I almost feel like sometimes when you're going for artifacts, they'll give you substats that sort of run contrary to the set that they're trying to work with, if that makes any sense. I don't know, that might be a bit too conspiracy theory, but that's kind of how I felt sometimes. Zincho isn't completely finished either in terms of leveling. Few more silk flowers, I'll be there. I have the masks, cleansing heart, and again the Varanada Lazarite. It's going to take a little bit longer, just because I think there's actually something in the like the alchemy table where you can like switch a gemstone to another if you have that powder or something. That might be what I do. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I want to do that though. Friendship level 6. I have the Favonius sword. Again, I know there's a lot better options, and I'm only level 50 here. I think because I can't. Oh, I can. Okay, so I can do some improvements on the sword today, to get it up a little bit higher than it is, and it'll be eventually better. Obviously. No refinement rank either. I'm not sure how you acquire the Favonius sword. I'm not sure if it's forgeable anyway. I kind of lean towards forgeable weapons because you can R5 them, and that's kind of my preference. Like, obviously, the catch is already R5. This has the potential to be R5'd. I'm not sure where you get the Favonius sword, but I just basically picked it because base attack, energy recharge, it's one of the swords that does that, and it's one that I had. 2-piece Noblesse Oblige, 2-piece Heart of Depth. We have the... Yeah, so this is where I did sort of focus on, because it was... I sort of was more aware that it was recommended crit rate, crit damage. So, HP of, well, is standard, but the crit rate and crit damage, I got some good rolls there. Recharge, attack, I didn't get anything on the feather, but energy recharge was also something I was looking out for. We have energy recharge to primary, really good roll on a crit rate here. Now I don't have hydro damage. Yeah, a common thing you'll notice, I get a little bit impatient with my artifacts in that rolling for like the element damage bonuses is really tedious, and sometimes I'll just settle for something in the short term, and maybe in the long term I'll go hydro damage bonus on Zincho and Kokomi with their goblets, but for now I'm just rocking out with attack, crit damage and crit rate and recharge. So this is really good. I think I did get a HP roll, but this is still a really good substat distribution in my opinion. I really enjoyed that. And crit damage goblet 62.2% with recharge and crit rate, and it didn't roll too highly into these. I don't think it actually rolled at all into those. I think it went absolutely insane on the recharge actually. I think almost all of them did. So that was amazing. Another thing I should have shown is so this isn't fantastic. It's almost 40% to 120. The rate could be higher. I think because I had a primary crit damage on my circlet, but I didn't have any primary crit rate on my artifacts, so that's kind of where we're rocking at now. But 238% recharge I think is pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with this. And I still have to level them up, and talents. Yeah, I'm 6 across the board on talents as well. And a lot of these, like C0, C0, C2, I got to decreased hydro res, which is kind of the biggest one. So I'm okay at C2. I still need to get C1. Is it C1 or C2? Fantastic Voyage, no HP restriction against 20. Yeah, I need C1. So that's still something I need to do. My Bennett. Bennett is also 70. Still working on that. Not quite there yet. The Lion's Roar, base attack and attack percentage. And increases damage opponents by affected by Pyro Electro by 28%. So that's kind of why I have that. Artifacts. Artifacts, I will admit, I haven't worked on yet. I'm still working on, well, I recently finished working on Zinc Cho's artifacts, and I'm kind of doing the bosses, right? I'm doing the Hydro Cube and the Oceanid fights, so I'm not really farming artifacts for Bennett yet. So there's not much to talk about here. I just slapped whatever Maiden Beloveds I had on there, and they're like level 0, with the exception of whatever this is, which is HP, blah blah blah. You know, so nothing to talk about there as far as artifacts go. I need C1, and I haven't even got the talent. So yeah, I'm kind of working my way through the party. Shogun's done for the most part. Kokomi's done for the most part. Xingqiu kind of almost done, and then once I've done these two for sure, I'll move on to Bennett. Jean is done as well, 90, almost venture level 10. The prototype Rancor went all out on attack. My attack is 15. No, hold on. My attack is 2500. In case you, again, I wasn't really focused on crit rate here. I got okay energy recharge. But I just basically focused on all out attack here. All out attack. 4 police gladiator. This flower is kind of nuts. This flower is kind of perfect in terms of rate, damage, recharge, attack. So like perfect set of substats in my opinion. Really good crit damage here. Recharge, mastery. Attack 46, obviously some flat attack, some crit rate. Could be better substats, I guess. Maybe I change it down the line if I get something better. This is my off piece: attack, mastery, recharge, defense. And this is also attack, mastery, recharge, defense. So that's kind of where my Gene's at. I also am just sitting on 6 across the board. And C0. Now, some of the characters that I want to build down the road, I definitely have my eye on Razor and Zhangling. I got C3. C4 is kind of also big ones, but C3 is still pretty good. So these probably characters are what they want to use, just because they're so busted and they're so cheap to make. Do I have any? I have C1 here. Pick up element increases particle increase, or particle increase raises damage by 10% for 8 seconds. That's not too bad. But yeah, haven't worked on these characters much at all. But I just kind of want to give like, that's probably characters I'm going to build, right? I don't know, like, it feels like overkill to have Kokomi and Bennett on the same team, but I really like the Shogun, Kokomi, Xingqiu, and Bennett lineup. And then you can have like Jean, Razor, Zhangling, and maybe have a character like Diona, maybe Beidou, maybe Xinyan. A lot of people don't like Xinyan. I kind of like them. I already have C2, and there's some speculation they're going to be coming up on an upcoming banner, and also you're going to get them for free, so I can get them to like, at very least C3, maybe even C4. I'm not sure how good their constellations are, but increases the level of sweeping further. Swing further swinging damage decreases physical resistance by 15% for 12 seconds. So C4 is pretty good. And it might not be that difficult to achieve. Like, across the banner, if they are on it, I get just one more of them. And then I get the free one that, I guess it is speculative. But that's what some people are thinking. So C4 might be very easy to get. And if you have a C4 character that can generate shields and scales off of defense, making them a little bit easier to build. And I really like them. Like, have a look at that. I guess what people don't like is their voice actor, but I don't really care about that either. I don't think it's a detractor to the character. White Blind, Favonius Lance, and I do have the Skyward Pride. I think that's my only 5-star weapon I have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure anyway. I can actually check that, can't I? As far as weapons go. Yeah, my only 5-star weapon, Skyward Pride. Don't really use many Claymore characters, so I whacked it on Razor. Energy recharge. Not that he really needs recharge, because the ult is so easy to just recuperate anyway. I could go for the Sea Lord. I could go for the Rain Slasher. Since I think I have... Yeah, I have a few of them. So I can go like Refinement 2 or 3 Rain Slasher. Because they'll be affected by Electro. Ooh. That's a tough call. That is a tough call. There might actually be better weapons than Skyward Pride. If just going for all-out attack. Or going for some mastery and some bonus attack because of the Electro. I wonder what's better. Maybe if you know, leave your thoughts. What's this one? That's just a bell. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. No, we don't need to worry about that. And that's, yeah. Alright, well, that's pretty much the video. Thank you for watching. It's been so long since I've done, like, an update video. I kind of wanted to show you my progress, my thoughts, and where I'm sort of at. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Don't know when it'll be. Oh, also, I'm like AR51. It's been that long. It's been that long. Okay, bye-bye.